Hey there, welcome back. I am Beth Weinstein. This is Medicine for These Times, the Psychedelic Entrepreneur. Quick reminder, if you're listening, especially if you're listening on Apple, can you please leave a review? I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, today I am going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, the illusions of starting and growing an online business. If you've been following my work for a while, including many years, I have been mentioning the illusions for years and years and years. So I'm a Sagittarius. I like to be honest to a fault. I do not call people out or throw them under the bus for running their business how they run them. But one thing I've noticed over the years is that there's this trend, especially when you look at things like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, if you follow some really big business coaches or people in the online marketing space, people selling you the kind of like make $10,000 a month with this secret formula, or learn how to grow your Instagram so that you make $100,000 a month, or download my funnel and you too can make $1 million in 10 weeks. I could go on and on. So I don't know about you, but I've been seeing these ads for many, many years. They probably target me because I'm a coach and I'm also in this industry, and it's like that it makes sense, right? But now in the psychedelic space, there's this whole slew of people starting and growing psychedelic businesses, including, coaches, healers, and similar forms of online businesses that are very similar to anything in the coaching space or the healing space. So nothing has really changed. But what I've noticed is that there's so much messaging around just having these secret formulas or doing this one little strategy or this one little thing that will make everything great in your business, and then you'll make tons of money. And I will just call it right now, that is an illusion. These people that are selling that are really just great marketers. And unfortunately, I have had a lot of clients over the years join my group mastermind program after buying some of those things and getting totally burnt. And here's the thing, not all those ads are bad. I run ads sometimes. Not everybody selling something is bad. Trust me. I have friends that run ads. Some of my coaches, my own mentors have run ads. I run ads. There's nothing wrong with them. But what I am saying is be very discerning and watch the illusions. If someone's trying to sell you a get-rich-quick strategy, ask yourself, okay, is this really what I need right now in my business? This is where I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs get burned over the years. So what happens is, and there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. It's probably just their ads are not targeted right, or they're targeted great and they don't care if they burn people or not. Who knows? But what happens is very often people who are at, let's say, the earlier stages of their business, the first 1 to 3 years of being in business, I always tell people, look, like there's a very simple way to get your business to a 6-figure point within a few years with very simple strategies. That's what I teach in my group mastermind program. But what happens is everybody's eager to make quick money, and I get it. It's just the nature, again, of being human, especially in today's world. And what they see is like, oh, there's this strategy or this thing I need, or maybe I need to hire these additional salespeople or setters, or someone to DM people, or I could go on and on. Or I need to set up this super complicated funnel and run an online course. And what I have seen is people join my mastermind. They're like, I did a course, I made this funnel, I did all this stuff, I set it all up, and I'm not making any money on it. It was $97 and I'm still not selling it. And this is where I've written about the illusion of online courses, the illusion of all these techniques and strategies. Here's the reality. You have to build your business from the root chakra up, from digging the foundation to build a house first. You do not pick out the furniture when you go to build a house. What you do is you find a piece of land, you start digging a hole in the ground, and you pour a foundation that holds it all up for many, 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 many years. Unless you live in earthquake territory, maybe, or wildfire territory. But besides that, that is how you build a house. It's the same way you build a business. You do not start a business with an idea and then go jump to creating an online course or some complex funnel or running ads. Here's what I've seen, especially with online courses. Of course, we all would love to make all this passive income by selling courses that people just download. And, we just get sales when we're sipping a drink on the beach in Bali. I get it. And guess what? That's happened to me a few times, but it's only happened to me a few times. And it's happened after many years of building my business up from the ground up, from digging and pouring that foundation first. Here's what they don't tell you about selling an online course. Online courses do not just sell because they exist. I wish it was that easy. Maybe if you have some super weird niche thing that doesn't exist out there and you hit this community that's going to be Googling for it and you're the only person offering it, then maybe you're at an advantage. But honestly, if there's not an online course with that already by now, there's probably not a big niche for it because by now there's an online course for everything. By the way, I have officially found bee coaches and chicken coaches and skydiving online courses, everything. So there's now everything. I can literally buy an online course for how to keep my bees or how to maximize my garden or, how to surf properly. And there's probably numerous options. So then why would someone buy your course and not one of the 10,000 others? And how are you going to find people to sell your course to? This is what has burned my clients that come to me the most. So at least a few people a year come and join my mastermind program after investing into how to build an online course and how to make a funnel and how to set up this and this and this strategy. And they come to me saying, I don't understand. I've made $1,000 maybe if they're lucky, or they've made $200. They haven't made much at all from selling their very inexpensive online course. And then let's say they even did make a fair amount. Let's say you sold, a couple hundred online courses, but your online course is only $57 or even $97 or honestly even $200. It's not that much money and you can't live off of that. That's not an income. So what they don't tell you is in order to really sell an online course, you have to know exactly what it is that your audience wants. And then you're like, oh, audience? Who's my audience? There's the next one or the first one. First, you need an audience to even sell it to. And it has to be an audience of the kind of people that actually want what it is you're offering. There's a lot of nuances and there's a lot of realities that these people don't tell you about when building, the automated online passive income business. You either have to already have an audience built and ideally an audience that wants what it is you offer, and or you have to run a lot of ads. What they don't tell you about the ads is in order to actually make really good money with Facebook or Instagram ads, you need to really invest in the ads. Meaning, even when I run ads, which is usually just during my summit, maybe one or two other times of the year, it's thousands of dollars per month. And it can work, but here's the thing. In order to run effective ads, you need to know what your ideal client wants, who they are, how to message properly to them, and you have to have tested this so that it's actually effective. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting a lot of money on ads. So do you see that there's all these foundational pieces you have to have in place first in order to really make money in these kind of illusionary ways? I don't even know if that's a word, but that's what I think it is, right? It's there's a lot of BS and, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just here to tell you there are other ways, and there also are easy ways if you just show up and commit and learn the right steps from the beginning and not try to shortcut it by being sold on illusions, but shortcut it with the path of least resistance, which is what I teach inside of my mastermind and to my private clients. And also, by the way, my intensive program, my online course, everything I offer, nothing I teach will cost you money, because in your first 3, even 4 years of your business, you don't really need to spend that much money on your business. Maybe for, I don't know, like a certain app or email or, something to make things a little more automated. Maybe that's, $10 a month here and there. But even then, you really don't even need that your first year. So if you're looking for that quick way of just making money on an online course, and now you're being told that you have to spend $5,000 a month, plus you have to spend $25,000 on the coaching program where you download the funnel and you just fill in the blanks, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to invest, what is that? Let's say 25 for a coach or whatever, probably more. By the way, my mastermind's not that much. 25 for a coaching program, let's say $24,000 a year for your ads. That's $2,000 a month. And plus, by the way, usually ads cost more than that because you need to really hire an ads expert. And usually they have a monthly retainer on top of the ad spend. So my ads person monthly retainer was a few $1,000s per month, plus then the ads money itself. So maybe now you're looking at 25 plus another 25 plus another 24, 246, maybe we're at $75,000, $80,000, give or take, plus some systems that you need to invest in, and then maybe a few virtual assistants or people that know the technology better than you to set it up. So now you're looking maybe at like $75,000 to $85,000, $90,000 to get your passive income going. Then you have to do the math. Well, how many of these online courses do I need to sell to not only break even, but to make like at least 25% more of that, or even 10% more? But honestly, that's where you have to wonder, like, do you want to spend $90,000 to only profit like $10,000? It's not bad. That is actually still considered a very good return on your investment, but you can't really live off that $10,000. So why not instead spend a lot less money, say spend $10,000 in total or $15,000 in total for the year and make $60,000. To me, that sounds like a much better return on investment. So here's the thing. You have to do what's best for your business. I really believe in business sovereignty. You have to be discerning. But even when people go to apply for my group programs or private coaching or anything of mine, I always tell them, look, like, first of all, if you're debating between something, I will tell you what you're a fit for. It would not serve me at all to sell people the most expensive program. Actually, I try to deter people from my most expensive program, which is my one-on-one private coaching. 90% of the people or more that say they want private coaching, what I do is I eventually see that they are a perfect fit for the mastermind. They actually don't need to spend 3 times the amount of money for private coaching. So it wouldn't serve me or you to sell you something that wasn't a fit. Unfortunately, not everybody feels that way out there. It's too bad. But here's where it's really up to you to be educated and informed on where you are and what it is you truly need in your business. And this is where a business coach or a mentor can really help you be discerning. Okay, here's what I want to expand into next. Beth, tell me, like, what would be the next best step? Very often, I will tell you, you don't need any of that. There's actually a simpler way. It's this funny thing where humans, including myself, because we're all human, probably including you, humans love to overcomplicate things and make things harder than they really need to be. I've seen this every year with someone, at least 1 or 2 people that join my mastermind. They want to just do a bunch of things and invest in things and hire this and go do that and set up this. And it's like, well, one step at a time will add up to results. But if you try to just skip ahead and do the next thing and the next thing and this, and you see all these people on Instagram doing this and this, and now you want to do that. It's like, this is why all my programs are called True Path Entrepreneur and Your True Path and You Are the Medicine, because it is about the fact that you have to remain in your sovereign pillar of light and remember that you are on your path. You are not on that Instagram person's path or that TikToker's path or that leader that's been out there for 20 years doing the same thing, everybody's on a different path, and you really need to know what works best for you, your goals, and where you're at right now and where you want to be in 6 months. Not investing in something today that is something you need after 5 years if you're only in year number 1. And I speak about this because it actually pains me how often I see people losing money to coaches or marketers that are just selling something that they do not need. Actually, one of my current, well, it's not one, it's like a couple. One of my current mastermind clients had told me that sometime in the last 6 months, someone had sold her a sales setter. This is something I have never even paid for. I've maybe thought about it in the last year, but I've gotten to a multiple 6-figure range without a sales setter. And by the way, very few people need a sales setter. I can't even tell you what they do, but from what I understand, they basically DM and try to get people on a sales call. I mean, it's a little on the edge of kind of weird and sleazy, and there's actually a way to do it where it's a little more kosher. But it's strange because I was like, well, did you even have enough leads to need someone to do this for you? I mean, it's crazy. And of course, she got burned 5 figures, and I don't know what happened. I guess she had to go after them, but she essentially did not make the money back. And not only that, they were selling her something that she definitely did not need at that point in her business. But of course, they were probably really good at making it sound like something she needed. And they were probably great at sales, And that's where you just really have to trust and be discerning. Go inward first and ask yourself, well, is this the most effective use of my money, investment, time, energy right now, today, for where I want to be in 6 months or 12 months? This is why I didn't have a podcast for a few years, even though I wanted one, because I knew, okay, when I do this, I want to do it really well and right, and I want to do it where I can hire someone who actually knows what they're doing to produce it versus trying to do it myself. That doesn't mean it's the only way. It just means always being aware of where your priorities in your business are first, and then being really discerning and getting the right support that you need for the stage that you're at in your business. And, just so you know, I do offer private coaching. I do offer my group mastermind program, and I have some other options, including VIP days for those of you that just want to dive in and get some quick help. But, I will never offer you something that you're not a fit for. If you're at a higher level and you just want to expand your business or go to a whole new level, or maybe make a big pivot in your life, in your career, in your business, or maybe you're stuck and you just don't really know what's next and you want to find that next path of fulfillment and, really step into this deeper place of being a service-centered leader, then private coaching with me would be for you. I actually do a lot of deep soul-searching coaching with my private clients, and this is why I work with a lot of already established entrepreneurs, CEOs, big leaders who are already doing well, who feel like something's missing or feel like they're stuck or want to maybe pivot a little bit or, move into another area. This is something I can help with. It's my private coaching. You can just reach out to me directly and ask me for more information, and we can book a call to explore this further. If you want to check out any of my other services that I offer, including online course, mastermind program, VIP day, anything else, you can just reach out on my website, bethaweinstein.com/services, or just shoot me a DM or an email through any social media or email, and I will be happy to answer your call. I hope this was really helpful to you. I really, I do believe that it's our job as leaders to only serve our clients with what it is that they truly need and not just, offer something to make money. So I really say this from a path of service, of really knowing that it's not worth getting burned, and it's really important for you to be discerning about what it is you need and who you turn to for support on your path, as a soul-centered entrepreneur. I hope you got great benefit, and if so, please leave a review. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.